Hey guys, welcome back to Force Hobbies here. Thanks all for watching, like, subscribe. Hope this video is informative, and yeah, I do a good job here explaining what this tool here is. As you see behind me, this is the Armor Vorteks 3S. One of my favorite cars here I have in my house here. This is actually a track car. You know, the shocks here on the particularly on the Armor Vorteks, maybe the newer 3S line as well. You know, you don't just put this rod down and twist. Obviously here, as you have your shock cap here for your most of your BLX stuff here, you have this thing here assembled, and then you can push down on here to take off the shock. But obviously it doesn't work for the Armor Vorteks here. This is a whole different system here. I put the system back here, back like that, so it's installed, and you can't really take out the shock by doing this on the 3S BLX Vorteks. See that? This is the newer system. So the older shocks do have a solid piece here that fits in here. I think you just take them off of one piece. The rod end here for the shock, it's like together. There's no, you can't clip it off. But this tool here we go guys, comes in handy here. Changing your shock fluid here for the Vorteks 3S. Right here, you pop this guy in here, like so, and there you have it. It just rotates like so here. You can just change the fluid out. This shock rod here is bent, so I didn't change the fluid on this one here. When I noticed that, as you can see, it's turning not smoothly. And the rest of it, once you get a little bit away, a quarter way there, you can just kind of use your hands and take it out. This is never, this is pretty much factory. This is my old shock here. I'm going to dump it out real quick. Just dump out the garbage here. Oh, look at that. It's all dirty. Ugh, gross. So yeah, that's how you pretty much do it. You just use your, see how dirty the fluid is, guys? Definitely good for a change. I actually ordered some new shock rods. As you see, this one here is a little bent, does not turn. If you have any, you're not going to notice your shocks being bent because it will compress perfectly fine. They will, if you put this here, no shock fluid in here, you can do most of it with your hand, and then when you get to the little gasket there, make sure you have the gasket there in place. It's nice and flush. You can kind of go the rest of the way with the tool, and you get a little wet. I mean, you're gonna have some splash here, but as you see here, this rod end does go all the way in. It's slightly bent. You don't want to have a rod end bent like that, though. You will have more issues. Suspension's not going to work 100% perfectly, and all that stuff here. I got this extra suspension here from Jenny's RC, so all three of my shock rod ends are bent. I took them all apart. I actually need some new parts for them too as well. I just ordered some shock rod. Let's just take these out again. Again, you put your tool over here, get it nice and flush, like so. Like that, and then you just twist off the bottom there. Super easy to do. This one here, the big one here, could be for another unit, another shock. It's a little bit bigger, so it won't fit in there. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger. The front and back shocks use this tool here for the front or back. Doesn't really matter. And once you get it off, you can do the rest by hand. Recommend you wear gloves. I'm not really changing the fluid right now. I just emptied it just to have this thing in a bag there. And you just top it off like this, let it drain out. And yeah, these are the components here with it. This here, you guys know, you put it here and you take off the red, you just unscrew the red cap. You want to hold the shock down and unscrew the red cap if you don't already know that. Super easy. This just screws onto the top there. Of course, you want to build your shock first with the spring and put this on last. This is your last piece here. And then when you get past the hole there, you can put this in there just to give you some guidance there to tighten it up nice and snug. But these shocks are super easy to work on, super easy. And yeah, when you get them from the factory, they do have fluid in here. As you can see here, I got my new Vorteks case here. And these are all new shocks here all around. I put in 50 weight in the front and some 60 weight in the rear. I combined them actually with 60 and 50, half. I'll show you these manuals over here. Let me go over the manuals here real quick. In English, of course. I thought they're so thick that they really have more literature in here for this car here, but they don't mention one damn thing about this tool in here. It does say you have the tool. It just doesn't really mention any shock maintenance too for this Armor thought of this tool here. They created it, they manufactured it, but they just didn't really explain what it actually does here. Besides taking off your lug nuts of your RC car and stuff like that, but there's no literature here on maintain shock fluids in this manual here. Maybe you guys get a new updated one, but probably go to horizonhobby.com and get, you know, and then it's it, and it goes like to German or Dutch. So, but yeah, there's nothing in here regards of like, you know, changing shock fluid with that, using that tool. I guess people can revert over to the old school way of putting it down and twisting it, but that's not going to work in this case here. You need this tool here to change your shock fluid for the Armor Vorteks 3S. Even here, the technical pack here, I have all the books here. Technical pack just shows the breakdown of the shock, which I have here. This is the rear, this is the front. Pretty easy. I did over some parts, but there's no literature here. You just say you adjust your slipper clutch and whatnot and all that stuff too. You guys know about this one too. You can actually adjust the slipper clutch too by taking out your center drive shaft here and then just putting a tool in there to sit. See that? You can put an Allen key in there just to tighten up the your slipper clutch, which is kind of cool too. Instead of taking the whole system out in the back there. But even in here, this page too, there's nothing about that tool, what it does. Nothing's here, you know what I'm saying? So I think they forgot to really add that into their manual here. So there's a small video also on YouTube about this tool too. Some guy did a short using this tool to take it out. Yeah, so you can see it fits perfectly on here. See that? Boom. See that? And the newest, these clip out too. So you guys know you have the new shock system, and maybe the new Big Rock and you know the Granite and the Typhon have this system here. But you know, this is super easy to do. And I recommend that you keep this tool around. Don't throw this out if you have a Vorteks, for sure, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Concludes this little video here. I hope this helped you out for doing your shock fluid or changing shock rod ends. This whole system here comes out very easily. You just want to take out this here, hold on to the rod end here, and literally the whole thing just comes right out. Everything just full. See, this is some rest of it here. This is extra. Do a little extra here because I'm gonna take this out anyway, so I might as well do this. You can take out your piston, place it over here, and this slides right out too. So I actually need this whole piece here too. One of my pieces here is bent. It's bent upward, and the shock rod end is bent. So I gotta order. As you can see here, this is slightly bentish rod end here. Not sure if you can see it, but the one in here is even more bent. You have a slight bend in here. You can't really bend these back. They're like $6 each on horizonhobby.com. That's where I find them at, really. They're front and back shock rods, and the $6 is a 2-pack. So you can just, you know, rebuild your shocks, no problem. When you're bashing this car here, make sure it has fluid in here. I didn't make sure I had fluid in here. These are the stock shocks, and I never really added fluid, so they'll pretty much all of them, I guess, bent, you know, from like a 30, 40 foot, you know, bash in one of my videos from last year with the Vorteks. But overall, man, this is an awesome truck, man. Is it designed for bashing? Absolutely, it's for bashing. This tool here is a key, man. This is literally key. It's not just a little toy gun you can make believe, or you can just throw it at somebody if you didn't like it no more. It's really Alright guys, and yes, I am using a traction controller for my Vorteks. It works a lot better on the track. The telemetry, the ABC system here in the front is just completely incredible. So the traction controller on an Armor 3S rig. Probably sacrilegious, hey, but you know, I don't really care. It works very well. I love the wheel control on this thing. And yeah, again guys, I hope this video was helpful to you guys and informative, and let me know how it did. Again, like, subscribe, Force Hobbies, signing out. You go have a good day out there.